Hi, everybody. This is Gavin, and I welcome you to Andropique mic testing. Now, wellness, as we all know it, is of course the most vital part of our lives. Our physical and mental wellness is what gives us all a balance in our life. Now, but what is the most important thing to understand is the science beyond wellness and health, so that we make the best, safe, and genuine choices, and that too to our favor. Now, today, in the very first episode of Mic Testing, we have a very special guest with us. Someone who has been passionate about nature and the science behind it. Someone who has a goal to make kinder and gentler medicine options for humankind. Now, dear viewers, please welcome my guest today. He is the managing director of Indus Biotech, Mr. Sunil Bhaskaran, for inventing 100% natural supplements to support the overall wellness in society. Okay, hi, sir. Welcome to our show, a test of Andropique presenting to you mic testing. Now, what we're going to do, so we're going to just have a conversation of how amazing Andropique as a product is. Now, you've spent sir, years and years in researching. How has the outcome or how has the experience been of researching for many years and coming up with a beautiful product called Andropic? How has the journey been, sir?
It's an exciting journey. The most important thing here, what you need to figure out is that it is derived from fenugreek.
Right, sir.
Okay, the fenugreek seed has got a property that it develops secondary metabolites.
Right.
The secondary metabolites are molecules synthesized by the plant for its own protection from environment. Environmental fungus, bacteria, insects, moths and things like that. All these molecules are extremely interesting molecules falling into basically two categories. One category is flavonoids, and second category is they are furanol or spirostenol or steroidal moieties, having a backbone of these kind of moieties. Now, what we have seen is that fenugreek seed contains about 15% secondary metabolites, and these secondary metabolites are extremely useful for human physiology. So, during the course of our research, we found out that some of the molecules, for example, the molecules which fall into the furanol and spirostenol categories, they can increase the effectiveness of androgen because these molecules intrinsically mimic androgen structure, testosterone or any of the other derivatives. So what it does is in the human body, when the hormone testosterone is released, it normally happens in the morning, 6 to 8 a.m. in the morning. When it is released, it's released into the blood. It comes from an endocrine organ, so it's released to the blood. As soon as it is released to the blood, it binds to sex hormone binding globulin, it binds to albumin, and some will be free. So what is free is available in tissues, and there is also a concept called bioavailable testosterone. The bioavailable testosterone is what is bound to albumin, which can be released. It's a reversible binding. Whereas what is bound to SHBG, that is sex hormone binding globulin, it is irreversibly bound, it's gone. So what we found in our course of research is that many of these molecules, which I termed as furanol and spirostenol, they bind to SHBG, that is sex hormone binding globulin. So assuming that you take Andropique in the night, let's say 10 p.m.
Okay.
So during the night, the Andropique gets absorbed in the stomach into the bloodstream, and when it is absorbed, all this furanol and spirostenol molecules will go and bind to the SHBG binding sites of testosterone. So in the morning, there comes 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. when testosterone is released, all the binding sites on SHBG are occupied. Since they are occupied, the binding shifts to albumin. So you'll have more albumin-bound testosterone, which leads to more bioavailable testosterone, which incidentally leads to more free testosterone available in the tissues. So that is one central principle of the Andropique action. That is based on the clinical we have done. On a single dose, you get the effect next day. That you can call it as acute.
So, testosterone in a man. People don't talk about it. It's like a taboo subject. People do not talk about it. So for people who are going to be watching us right now, watching this video, how do we give them an indication? How do they want to know that if their testosterone levels are low in the body, that they can opt for a testosterone booster like Andropic? What signs do they get?
So, Gavin, you mentioned a very interesting thing that it is a taboo. It's a taboo because we only associate this hormone with sexual function or libido. But this is a pleiotropic hormone. When I say pleiotropic, means it has got multiple functions in the human body. Starting with, for example, if your testosterone levels are very low, you have very low energy. It's connected with your energy metabolism. It is also connected with your insulin sensitivity. Okay, it's connected with your protein synthesis, muscle building. It is connected with your fat burn. It is also linked to your mood, mood elevation. For example, low levels of testosterone is linked with depression. So there are multiple functionalities of testosterone. Okay, so it need not be a taboo because it's an essential requirement for a healthy male.
Right. So now, when you go to a shop to pick up any thing to help boost your body, whether it's vitamins, whether it's minerals, or whether it's like a testosterone booster, when you pick up a bottle of any particular supplement, to use the word, when you turn the bottle and you have a look, you see multiple ingredients in a particular product. And people think that okay, there are a lot of ingredients put into a product, it is really good. Now here we're talking on Andropic, which is just one ingredient, and which is the main ingredient, the only ingredient they're talking on is Methi, Fenugreek. So how is one ingredient creating such a boost for Andropic? Sir?
It's a very interesting question. So if you look at the normal FDA regulated medicines, almost 100% of the FDA regulated medicines are single molecule. Because what is the function? Because the function is that it should have a physiological action in our human body. So when you deliver that molecule to our human body, if it is an antibacterial, it is supposed to search out the bacteria which has invaded our body and kill that bacteria. So you have single molecules giving the best efficacy. And this product is developed on the rigorous science of pharmaceutical science, where what we have tried to do is that we have tried to identify how the hormone testosterone is released into the bloodstream and how does it work. So we have noticed that this particular hormone, it's already in nanogram per deciliter. Once it is released, in no time it binds to sex hormone binding globulin, it binds to albumin, and very little is made available as free testosterone. So what we are trying to do is we are shifting the binding, and single molecule binds to that binding site. Okay, so if you have multiple molecules in a normal product, let's say a formulation, how do we know that all those molecules are active? We need to have evidence. This is evidence-based, science-based product, and single molecules work. That's what we have seen in pharmaceuticals.
So a lot of things about this one particular herb, Methi, which is so beneficial, something which is so easily available. And as you said, Price, that we cannot consume a lot of Methi on a daily basis. So one supplement of Andropic will really help supplement your daily nutrition and keep you healthy at the end of the day. Right, sir? So since a lot of people are watching this video right now, in a very casual manner, just put it in one line. How would you put it in one line? In a very casual manner, that consuming Andropic is like the safest thing. Besides being safest, it's something that every man needs. It is a necessity. We consume calcium, we consume vitamin D, whatever are the supplements that people consume on daily basis. Andropic should also be one of the supplements that people consume, a man consumes, because it's a necessity for him. So in a very casual basis, how will you put it out to all the viewers that we have?
So basically 2-3 points I would like to mention. See, nature is abundant and it has created very beneficial products. And Methi, Fenugreek is one of them. But unfortunately, there are limitations to Methi because of its taste and other characteristics. We are not able to eat enough. So if you want to get the benefits of Methi, use Andropique every day. because we have captured that secondary metabolites in that 500 mg capsule, and if you take it daily, you get all the benefits of methi equivalent to 12.5 grams.
Right.
It's a great thing for human health in a general way, because we know that methi belongs to the grandmother's remedy. Okay, that is one point. Second point is that we as Indus Biotech has abundantly researched on this product and done a lot of toxicological studies, pharmaceutical studies, in vitro mechanism of action studies, and human clinical studies to make sure that it's extremely safe for you.
Right. Right.
So you can have it without any worry. Take it, remain healthy, and enjoy a healthy and vital and energetic day.
Okay, now sir, talking on our product called Andropique, the base of our Andropique is Methi. Now, to be very honest with you, and it's on camera, I never used to like eating vegetables. They're not my favorite. But now, trust me, I really enjoy eating vegetables, and Methi is one of my favorite leafy vegetables. You can ask my wife, she will tell it to you. So, she makes an amazing Methi bhaji. And just with rice, dal, I'm enjoying having that Methi bhaji. When it comes to you, sir, with just the raw product of Methi, how would you enjoy consuming it?
So I have a slightly different, habit, because I come from South where, we don't eat chapatis. Right. So normally we make methi leaf based chapatis. Right. In South what happens is methi is added to the batter which is produced for making idli and dosha.
Oh.
You put rice, you put dal, and you put methi. So we add little more methi because methi is very good.
Oh. So that means...
Are you aware of this?
No, I was not aware of it. It was really, to be very honest, something new. So I remember, so when I was a kid growing up, my mom and my granny used to tell me, go to the flour mill and grind this 5 kilos of wheat. And then sometimes they used to add maybe soya beans with the wheat. So that
Multi-grain wheat.
Multi-grain. So you have the right amount of nutrition. It never occurred to anyone, or I have never witnessed it, that you could actually mix it with your rice and dal, and you could have your dosas, you could have your idlis for breakfast. So in short, while you're consuming your breakfast is actually supposed to be the
Very healthy,
most important meal.
and very healthy.
And if your first meal is going to be healthy, it's like the best thing of the day.
So methi is added to the grain mix which is used to make the batter for idli and
Dosa.
yeah. So methi is there.
Do you also have it now, sir?
I have it every day, and I make sure that the quantum of methi added to this is large enough.
Right. So that means, sir, once we end this conversation, sir, tomorrow morning, me and my entire team is coming home tomorrow for breakfast to have some.
That is one. Or please have idli or dosha if you can get it in a restaurant. It's very healthy.
No, I'm coming to your house to have it, sir.
Certainly, please.
Thank you very much, sir. It was really amazing talking to you. And I'm sure a lot of myths of what people have about Methi and Andropique are cleared. Once people are watching, once let you know that our product is not just meant for athletes. It is meant for every single male out there. It's going to help you live better and live healthier. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely. Thank you, Gavin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for being right here with our show of mic testing. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you here, sir.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, sir.